Hello guys, welcome and good evening. Today is August 14th, another episode of our daily trade reviews and teachings. Sorry I could not post the Friday recap. I had on the choppy day education, was a little tied up. But anyways, today Monday, great start of the week. Today we had really good winners, but the point of today, the big lesson of today was how to manage in the morning. And I will go through that because we were gapping down in the morning and how we nailed. So Nvidia was a big win today. Nvidia, AMD was a really good play. UPST, X, CELH, SMCI, Meta was a loser, but it turned winner for many in the community. So, and there were a bunch of other trades. So every day, guys, my rules don't change. When I come up in the morning, my rules are the same. My system is the same. My system does not change. Either the stocks are gapping up or gapping down. And I don't have a fixed bias for whole day. I start with a bias and then I change the bias if the system says so. And other thing is there are two kind of trades. One is a low probability setup, the other is a high probability setup. A low probability setup is when you're trying to go against the trend versus a support and you're waiting for trend change. A high probability setup is when you go with the trend and once the trend has changed, you stick with it. So that's the high probability setup. A lot of setups today started as low probability. We did some low probability setups which turned into high probability setups. I will show you that in few minutes when we go through the examples of what all we traded, which were the low probability setups, how our Ripster EMA Cloud setup helped us all day to have a bias, change a bias and stick with the trend. Also, I'm going to talk about when we have a mega winners like Nvidia, how to trade all day. And then we will talk about how Tesla was relatively weak. We will also talk about one trade which we shorted, which was a low probability short, and then it turned out to be our regular high probability long. So I will explain all that. So let me start with, before I go to our big winner of today, Nvidia, and it was really nice. You know, most of the people in the community were done by in the first hour, they were done. If you see, I did a poll after the first hour, how many are green? 54% were green in the room and 17% were red and 29% were flat. So if, most of us were green in the day, but eventually the day turned out to be really good. And then we, traded all day and there was a guidance in the room and really good trades by a lot of other traders, and a lot of even low float trades were really good. We will talk about that and we'll go through everything. So as always, we had our pre-market movers list ready. There was not much except X. X was one which caught my attention. Then Tasha which was being traded by our low float traders, which turned out to be really good. And MNDY was on my watch, which I could not trade. I completely missed it, but no worries, I can't trade anything, but we had it on our watch list. Then we looked at our PM gappers, gap ups, gap downs that I post every day. I was a little late today to get on the voice, but as always I posted the pivots. So when I post some pivots, guys, especially those who are in the community, when I post the pivots, the pivot basically means if the stock is somewhere gapping down, the price is here, the upper pivots are the resistance, which when breaks together with the EMA Cloud reclaim, then that's the bullish pivot. The lower pivots are the support pivots, which can either hold support, but if they break and the downtrend holds, we short them. So these are the pivots. So I usually put those pivots out every morning. All my pivots were right. We put Nvidia pivots, big trade of the day from 400. I posted about the Meta separately. I messed up a little here. There was no strike of 408. You know, I just, because when I'm preparing the list, I just put the prices that I would like to trade off, but there was a 410 calls, not the 408 calls. And then our VIX pivot, which again helped us hold it. So we'll go one by one with all the trades. And Tesla again of 238, 248, 40, which was the resistance all day. SPY, all the pivots worked. So pivots just don't work alone, guys. They work with the system. So my system is EMA Cloud. If the bullish pivot is breaking and the price is getting up over the EMAs, then I know I'm going to long. Right, so let's talk about X. So X was gapping up, but it was facing a lot of resistance at 29. The daily chart was nothing special. If we review the daily chart, it was nothing special here. You know, so my first thing was I wanted to see if I could short it on this resistance and, you know, and then cover at the EMA clouds, and then we look for long. So that's what I said. Big gap, support is 2720, PM resistance will look to short, and if EMA clouds break down, I will continue to short. If EMA cloud hold, then we will look to long. And this explanation, just this one explanation, so many people executed. There were people in the room who shorted with me. I didn't long, I should have longed, but somebody longed it, and X ended up to be big winner. And then we had that buyout news that came later. So really worked out nicely. As you see, I clearly laid out the plan. And then we were Meta. So Meta plan was, if the market is heavy, short. Remember guys, I don't stay biased if my system changes. So clearly the pivots were 300, 302, 304, 303. This was the 302. So when we were shorting here, and I was short right at 300, and I did not cover, I was hoping, but then I saw a buyer come in. I clearly mentioned, let me show you. So let's find out where, so look here, what I said, Meta has some buyers. How did I know Meta had buyers? Because 3 candles held that level. So there was a buyer buying in, then the market started to bounce, the VIX started to break down, and market started to bounce, and NASDAQ and QQQ started to bounce. So that was pivot to cover your shorts, right? So I said, don't short now, held 300, right? So I covered my short, took the loss, that's fine. But guess what? The whole day, once my pivots changed, Meta was a big winner for everyone, right? All I had to do was to give the guidance, the strategy, the plan. People in the community, you know, they get the education, they execute themselves. Big winner for them. For me personally, it was not a big winner for me because I was short in the morning. You know, I didn't execute it, but the plan was there and everyone executed, and it was simple. There's no magic indicator needed. Simple system commentary based upon the levels, the market. You know, these are the variables you need to cover. What is market doing? What is your EMA cloud or your system doing? What are the price levels are doing? So easy long. Compare it to somebody who was bearish on Meta, and he held his bearish short, held, got squeezed out. You go against the trend, you burn. You want to succeed in the stock market, you start playing the trend, guys. You start playing the trend. The only way you will succeed. Now let's see what were our other trades. So my other trade that I started 2 positions when I saw. So let's look at the market. So what was market doing? So market started to hold this level, pre-market level, same concepts every day. QQQ started to hold these levels, started to reclaim the bullish pivots. 3450 EMA Clouds is the bullish pivot. Started to reclaim that. So the market started to push, and that was my time right after 9 minutes after the market opened, that I am going long Tesla and Nvidia small size, because it was still low probability until the EMA clouds turned, and then you can add into it. So rules are the same, the rules don't change. So anyways, I took starters. You can see here, I took starters in both Tesla and Nvidia. So Tesla took the starter, went over 236. My first target was 238. The next target was 240. So levels, right? And we lock into the 10 a.m. trend. We started locking. But if you look here, after 10 a.m., it held the trend. So today was a different thing. At 10 a.m., nothing rejected. It held the trend. So Tesla 236 will confirm, push to 238. Nvidia long was working. I'll show it separately to you guys. And Tesla was working, and then my guidance, Tesla reclaims will get push higher. And Nvidia was much better. That's what I was saying. Look at this Nvidia trade. We started here, added over EMA Clouds, 4:12 pivot hit. I'll show you the price alerts in a bit. So anyway, so Tesla was not as good as Nvidia, but we still got like $4 per share on Tesla on our calls. And you know, Tesla hit 240, and after that it was all choppy all day, but most of people logged the profit, went home, green day, you know. And I cut when it broke here, and I cut it because, you know, Nvidia was much better trade than Tesla, and I had no interest to get chopped around. But we met our target 240, and the price alert said lock some. So price alerts are basically my automation APIs which link the levels that I have into our community, which is so helpful. You know, it's easy, and you know, you can look at your chart and look 240 30 to hit and lock some. And if you logged here, you know that, you know, and it pulled back. So that was Tesla all day, and you know, they were trying to buy 238, but it finally gave up. There was nothing much in Tesla today, so that was that. So let's look at some other trades. Win, who's a great trader, great member of our community, senior trader. He was CELH. He gave us CELH today, and CELH was the breakout over all-time high setup. It's clear setup here. If you see, all right, I'm not gonna go further into it, but 52-week breakout, A plus setup, another big winner for us. SMCI, I posted Friday the insider buys. Other thing, guys, what was strong today? Semiconductors. I posted the heat map even on Twitter. Semiconductors were strong. Nvidia was strong. AMD was strong. So that's why SMCI was on our watch list. In the morning, SMCI was on our watch list together with Roku and UPST, which we will talk in a minute about. And SMCI was curling. The pullback area was 250. 250 held. You see how you know, you don't, if somebody is just telling you to buy and sell, you will not learn anything, right? Here you're making money too. You know that a senior trader is sharing because he's trading, and these are the levels he's looking at, and then you trade that, and you look at the charts, and you get the conviction and the confidence in your system. And guess what? SMCI had a price alerts for the pullback, hit the 3450 EMA, reclaimed it, 250 psych level. You can add starter or wait, or you add 252, $2 is your risk, and then SMCI goes all the way to 272. Oh, as long as the 512 EMA hold, you scale out on the way. There's one breakout here, and learn this setup, guys. You need to learn these setups, the flag breakouts, the range breakouts. When I go to the Nvidia trade, I will show you. And what was UPST? So UPST was another. See, UPST price alerts were already hitting in pre-market. I had eyes on UPST because UPST has such a nice 1 hour chart, you know, and it was curling here. So I saw it. So I had some price alerts set. Then I said bouncing over EMA Clouds 30. It's not just the EMA Clouds. This 33 level is important. Right, sometimes you can't just rely on any trend indicator. The levels are the most important things, right? I said keep eyes on pullback if 33 holds, not just the EMA Clouds, 33. and 33 held. You can risk anything below, right? You can wait to add until it gets back or EMA clouds. You can use, so sometimes you have to make those judgment calls. Even though it was choppy, but this was a nice downtrend line breakout. Boom, from the 33 that I mentioned. So UPST, I'm holding a piece, was a good one. Let's look at Roku. Roku again was on my watch list. As you see, I had a price alert set because Roku had a good, Roku had a good catalyst when it went to 100 and it's down 20%. If market bounces, Roku would bounce, especially it's bouncing on the previous support. Previous resistance becomes a new support. Roku, keep eyes, guys. Price alerts were going in the morning, right? See if 3450 no, this was wrong, this was UPST. I messed up there. But anyways, the point was the price alerts were on Roku because we wanted to see these levels hold. Price alerts went in the morning. EMA cloud for nice push. One big day, it's gonna move good. Even good eyes for the swing, right? And even that I posted mid of the day, and Roku is still going nicely. I'm holding, and tomorrow I'm interested to trade again. Let's look at trade AMD. Again, semis were strong. What did I say? AMD, watch the pullbacks. 107 for long. I always say pullback because I don't want anybody slapping, but if you are experienced trader, you can always start small, risking the low of the 10-minute candle, and you can add into the breakouts all day. Semiconductors were strong. Always look at the market, just don't trade blindly. So market was pushing, QQQ was pushing, reclaimed EMA clouds, reclaimed SPY, reclaimed EMA clouds, big push, big push. VIX, the levels I gave on VIX, level was fading. I said 16 is the big level. Let's look here. So you can see the AMD guidance all day. So I'm just trying to look at our watch list from morning. What were our levels for the VIX? VIX level 16, 16, 16, 20, right? And the VIX rejected 16 and the market went crazy, and that's how we longed AMD, Nvidia, SPY, QQQ, everything. Simple strategy, guys, can't be easier than that. You just need to execute. And that's how you get big days like today. All right, guys. So that was it. These were all our trades, and then there were some nice penny trades in the room. Nice guidance by our traders, William, Manpreet, this penny stock. So penny stock setups are the same. EMA cloud ride, dipped, held the previous pre-market level, next leg, and still squeezing. Just beautiful, just beautiful. There's some more trades after hours. Yeah, this pennies was good. All right, anyways, let's get back to our, there are just so many ideas in the room. So let's get back to our Nvidia. So Nvidia, as you guys see, was our biggest trade of the day. I still have carrying some options overnight. As you see, it's at 444. And if you see my commentary whole day, this was my guidance, right? Pre-market lows, low probability long. Then I had the key pivots. Then I saw the strength and said it should push more. Then our next target was 420. Next target was 430, right? I even said the shorts are stuck. So how do I know the short stuck? I'll tell you in a minute. So 435s. I even posted a breakout right before the close, even from that breakout, it's up almost 10 points. Look at this, before and after, guys. Simple, easy setups. Simple, easy setups. So if you miss NVIDIA, let's say you missed NVIDIA here, then you see this consolidation of the flag. You add here, have the stops here in this flag setup. Boom, take some off or take some off here. If you don't, you just hold as long as the EMA Clouds here. Another range, you add here, stops under this candle. Boom. Higher, next target 430, rejected, 430, rejected. Held, the buyer was here guys. It was not giving up. 155% R volume, and then the breakout I posted, and boom, next to 444, right? Even if you traded in the close. So how I know the shorts are stuck? Because everybody thinks it's too high, and with the too high mentality, everybody's trying to short it, and when it doesn't go down, they get emotional, they hold it little longer, and they think, oh, maybe people will take profit at the close. It doesn't work like that. Nobody took profit at the close, and the shorts had to cover after hours, and that's how they get squeezed, right? So these kind of trades are the trades that you need to hold, that will multiply your account many times, right? Did I execute perfectly? No, I did not. But do I execute them perfectly? Yes, if I manage my size, I do, right? I did add some calls in the close into that setup because I had made good money in the morning push. But I had closed when then it was rejecting. In this move, I was out because I had already had a good day and I was looking for a better pullback. But when I saw this happening, then I got some more calls. And then that's how I am using rinse and repeating this trade all day, right? I messed up on the strike, but if you had a 410 strikes, that went more than 150%. They probably open 200% tomorrow, maybe, you know. So this is how you trade, guys. Nothing changes every day. This is how you do it. Use your system, right? And you have to press the buttons. If you nobody's gonna press the buttons for you. You have to be ready, you have to execute, you have to have your watch list ready, chart ready, your system ready. You have to see what's happening, how is the trend holding or not, what's the market doing, what's VIX doing, everything. So yes guys, fabulous day. Just one loss for me on Meta short. X was a scratch. I still had a good entry. I missed a big win on X. That's fine. I did really good on NVIDIA. Imagine somebody who was short whole day, because I know a lot of people teach this, just short because it's too high. Change that mentality and you will change your career. As simple as that. Alright guys, not going to take it too long. I might have missed few plays here and there, but this was the crux of it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Join our community if you want to learn, elevate your education. Come trade with us. Don't come for alerts, come for education. I'm always here to help, and we will see you tomorrow. I might post some video later about some chart reviews. I might do with the people in the community, or I'll post the Twitter. But for now, this is it, and have a good evening. Happy Monday. Bye bye.